Right, my dear knitters, I decided I will not knit with you all sock. I will show you some little videos of parts and how I do them, and maybe some little tricks and advices for you. We start sock with a little rib stitch. I use 2x2 rib stitch for all my socks because I think it's nice and fits very well on the leg. Two knit stitches, two purl stitches, and you decide which size you do. I usually do 20 to 25 rows this part, then another next part when we do plain knitting from rib stitch to the heel. This is as well up to you which side you want. If you want higher socks, you do more rows here. Then we do the heel. This is my strong heel. If you like, you can use. If not, you know, it's a lot of tutorials about this. And then next part, just knitting foot. It's different for different sizes. All sizes you can find on the internet. It's plenty of tables for this. And the last bit is decreases for the toes. I'll show you in a little following videos how I do this. It's very easy. And that's it. This is my little markers. I mark every 20 rows, which is easier for me. On this part here, I just count as I go. And let's start then. First tip, how I match my patterns. This is the yarn with the pattern, and basically when I do first sock, I know where it starts and I don't cut this little tail in the beginning. Every time I find which section I want to start my sock with, and I cut it in a place where sections changing colors, then I know which color I will start with and which color was before. And then this how I cut my yarn. Just after finish first sock, I just wave a little bit of yarn till I come to the same place, you know, and then I cut this yarn here, and now we will start another sock. I'll show you different cast on I usually use for socks and mittens because it's very stretchy. Because you see, socks and mittens, we need to pass through the very large part of body, and then we need it very stretched. Sometimes normal way it's not stretchy enough for me, and as you see, this one is going quite well and looks nice. I always use 2 needles to cast on for the same reason. I don't want my edge being very small and tight. Then get your long tail and get it a little bit longer than usual. This is my yarn to the ball, this is my tail. Put it the same way as we usually do with the normal one. Then for this sock I will do 56 stitches for sock, and what I will do, I will cast on half of this number first, plus 1 to join my work. Then I go with 2 needles in, and then instead of entering in, I am going down under the both threads here, and then inside, and then I grab my yarn and go back. This is our 2 stitches, and then we continue the same way. Under the 2, enter inside and pull other yarn inside, and then don't pull it very tight, you'll have very nice beautiful edge. Then now for this sock of 56 stitches, I will cast on 28 plus 1 on the first half. Okay, I have 28, and now on our first half we will do one more, 29. Then what I usually do, take one needle and then pull all this on your cable, and then turn your needle like this on top of the cable. Yeah, just put here on the side, put another needle and continue with the second group of 28 stitches. I'll show you. First one, just check if it's the same tension here, and continue 28 more. 1, 2, I have here 27, and I like to do the last one normal way because we will use it for the tight our stitches. Then the last one, normal one, easy way. Yes, and then I just like to check if I have more or less the same distance here. Yeah, I think we're all right here. Yeah, and now the trick is to see which one you take out, because sometimes if you take a wrong one now out, you will be in trouble. Then what I do, you see our stitches are already divided in half, and you just turn this like this, and from this side, because we will use it like this, and this side you just pull. And now you know which needle you need to pull out, and you turn your work. Needle with the tails behind, another needle in the front, pull it in, and voila, you're ready to knit in a magic loop. If you don't know how to do it, I just show you. I here this our extra stitch, I do it by with my hands. Just pull this yarn up, because this will be our working yarn. And what I do, I take this stitch with my hand, careful to don't lose other ones, and just put on another needle like this. Can you see it? And then this stitch I pull through this like this, and now I just pull these tails, and we're ready to go. This out, I do little loops on both sides, and just start your ribbon. 2 knit, 2 purl. I know it's very small, small needles, very thin yarn, but I like it's worth it because the socks become very thin but very warm and nice. And then after this you just rib for 20 to 25 rows, and then you just go to the stockinette stitch and do another section for 20, 10, 20, depend of size you want. And I'll see you when I will start the heel. Just passing here for very fast one. I just finished my 25 rows of the rib stitch, and now I will change to this part here. And as I'm doing this type of heel here, I need to have in the middle part, just in the center, one of this little lines of 2 knit stitches. And sometimes I call them little rows. Sometimes I have 1, sometimes I have 3, sometimes 5, as I showed previously on other socks. Then on this sock I'm doing just 1 line. Why? Because for this type of yarn, I think this yarn looks much better on a stockinette stitch than on a rib stitch, because if you see on a rib stitch you can see any pattern here, and here you can see pattern. Then I'm not using a lot of pearls here, just on these 2 sides, and we need to have 1 in the middle. I always do heel on my first needle because I'm oriented by this tail. I never cut it before and never hide it, because I know that with this tail it's my beginner of the round. And then when I need to pass through this type of heel, and I need one stripe in the middle, I have a very simple rule, because you see, as you see, I start with knit stitches and I finish with the purl stitches, and I need it symmetrical. Then the rule is, if I have equal quantity of these stripes, for example 4, 6, 8, I need to move my stitches 1 stitch on the right side. Then I will leave 1 knit stitch on each needle on sides. It's just for this last round. And if it's odd number, I need to have 1 purl on each side. Then basically what I will do, on this case, at last purl, I will pass to my other needle, I pull it through, and then on this side I'll do the same. And on the next round I will have 1 stitch, 1 purl stitch on this side and 1 purl on this side, and it doesn't make any difference for sides, because I will start my stockinette here, but I will have this stripe just in the middle. This is what I wanted to explain you very fast. Then I will do 25 more and I will start my heel. I'll see you there. Here I'm back. Here what I have on my needles now. I have this little stripe in the middle, and I will start my heel. And let me show how I will do it, just for you to understand what we're doing, because I like people to understand what they're doing. I don't know what's going on my roof. Then basically I have this stripes in the middle, and I will start increasing in every second row. I will make increases on both sides of this stripe of knit stitches. I will do it in knit stitches. Sometimes you can do like another stripe here, like I've done in another socks. You can make your increases in the purl stitches. It's all depend of design you choose for you, and like you saw on previous socks, I've done different ways. On this particular case, I am doing the heel, making increases in knit stitches all here in the middle section. Then that's it basically. Every second row you do increase from one side and another, and I just will show you very fast how I do. My favorite way to increase is, if I don't know if you're first time here or you saw in other videos, my favorite way to do increases is if it's every second row around, I'll do them with yarn overs. Then here I am, I came here and I do yarn over before and yarn over after. Then only thing I wanted to show you, my yarn overs need to be symmetrical. Then first yarn over, if I have knit stitches in the middle, first yarn over going to me. If I do if I have pearl stitches in the middle, it's a different story. It's absolutely opposite. If I have in the middle pearl stitches, I do yarn over from me first and then to me. But sorry, I don't want to confuse you even more, because you know, so many things to say and so few time for this. Then when you have in the middle your knit stitches, your first yarn over will be to you this way, you see, from back to the front. I just call it yarn over to me. And then you do your knit stitches, and the second one you do from you. You see, from front to the back. And you continue. And on the next round, you knit both of yarn overs, twisting them to don't have holes. Maybe I'll do this round and I will show you how I do second round. And then you just repeat first and second round till you have here in the middle section the same quantity of stitches you have in all this section. Basically you need to double. Some people double, but if I don't count this 2, it's will be -2 in my case. I'm not trying to confuse you. Then if you have 28 stitches, you will do increases till you have 28 stitches in this middle section. That's it. This is easier way to do this heel. This is my way, and if you know other one, just let me know in comments. And let me show you the second round here. Right, I came here to my on second round. I hope you can see. I know these needles are tiny and the sock yarn is very thin, that's why you need to use your very tiny needles. Then I came to the first yarn over. Can you see it? It looks like this. What I do, I just pull it a little bit like this, because I need to knit it purl by the front loop. That's what I do. I enter in the front loop and knit, and this how it needs to look. It needs to be twisted, right? And then second one I do by back loop, and it needs to be twisted. And why I do this way, because it just looks beautiful. All your increases will turn like this and like this, and they go like tuk 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 tuk, this kind of little loops like this. Have a look. And then on next round, after your pearls, you do another yarn over, and before your pearls you do another yarn over, and this middle section will grow, and when you come to the point, then you have in this middle section between your pearls 28 stitches. I'll show you how we will do the bottom part of a heel. I'll see you there. Right, I stop here on my 27th row. Here you see my yarn overs, because I want to explain you one little thing. It's a little life hack again, just, you know, sharing with you my experience, and maybe it will be useful for you. Now we will do the bottom part of a heel, this part here, and basically we will start some decreases. We will work in a plain knitting, which means we'll do right side and wrong side, one side and wrong side. We will start from some section in the middle of 2, 4, 6 stitches. I will explain you how you count this number, and then you will, every row you will just get a couple of stitches on both sides, and this will form our bottom part of the heel. And I just wanted to show you that in this particular heel you can do 2 different types of decreases. This is neon color. It's probably doesn't look very nice on camera, but as it's plain color, you can see very well the creases. You see on this sock I was doing one more stripe here. Then I had, as you see from this side, I had 3 stripes. Middle one was to heel, and this just decoration and for better fitting. And I found in this color you can use this technique. On this one I just left 1 stripe in the middle. And what I wanted to show you, that the heel, because this different appearance, it depends of how you do the creases. This heel, your decreases are all going on the left side, decreasing 2 stitches on your left, and this side on your right. In this sock I did my decreases, I did my decreases opposite way, and then I was doing on this side on the left and on this side on the right. This sock is not washed yet, and you can't compare the same way, but if I put them together, I'm sorry, maybe you can't see very well because this one is washed and very nice and straight, but basically on this heel you have this little line, and this one is very smooth. And then it's your decision how you will do your decrease. We are doing this second sock, then I will show you how I do decreases which are smooth, but these decreases you're doing just opposite way. Here, what I usually do, I have 11 knit stitches plus 2 purl stitches, and I have 13 stitches, and here I have 28. A last row, now I will do all stitches in knit stitch. I will eliminate my purls because it will be easier for me to make this type of heel. You know, I do both my socks exactly the same, then my heel is always on my first needle. Here you see my tail on my right side. Sorry, I need to explain you how I count my the middle part here. Basically, I just like to leave on my sides odd number of stitches, like 7, 9, 11, 13, and this just will facilitate me. Then as I have 28 stitches here, on this sock I left 6 stitches in the middle, and you can just leave 2 if you want. The most important thing, if you leave 6 stitches, in my case 28 minus 6, I have 22 stitches, and if I divide it in 2 parts, I will have 11 stitches on each side of my middle part. Then you will basically do 11 stitches, 6 in the middle. If you do, for example, 4 stitches, you will have 12 stitches on side, which I usually don't do 12, because you will see it later when I do decreases. I just like to leave odd number. Then if you think that 6 stitches is too much, you can just leave 2 in the middle, but then your heel will be a little bit sharp here. Then I usually don't go less than 4. Some socks I even do 8 or 10 stitches in the middle when I leave 3 rows. I had that other socks I showed you in the beginning where I left 10 stitches, but in these socks I will leave 6 and do ordinary knit stitches. Sorry, when you come to your purl you need them as well. We need all this row. Now it's the last row. I turn my increases. I have 28 stitches in the middle and this round. And to prepare my stitches, because I will decrease them on the left side, then I need my stitches looking on the other side. Let me show you the way I will turn my knit stitches. I just will do them instead getting my yarn from top like this, like I always do. I will get my yarn from down here, and I am going to my knit stitches opposite way, and then here we came, and now we I do this as well this way, and now we will start creating at the bottom part of the heel. Then I'll do my 11 stitches, 1, 11. This is very slow for me as well. Then just count it again, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Just on this first row, just count it with attention, because we need everything working well. Then after this we do our 6 stitches of the middle, 6, and then just count again 11 stitches on this side. We have 11 stitches. Then what we do now, we just do decrease. We need 2 together this way. Another thing, if you opt for the other type of heel, which I show you on my neon sock, you just need to do them 2 together to the left, which is this way. Slip, purl and skip. I don't remember how it calls. You just do 2 together, and your top one need to look on your left, right? Or you just, when you have this, you just turn them, go back and knit together. But on these socks we don't do this gymnastics. We knit 2 together to the left, and then we knit next stitch. After this we turn work, and now we will work inside of the sock on the wrong side. You just skip first stitch and pull it tight, and then we work in purls. And another life hack, not life hack, another advice here, just keep eye on your tension, because usually when our tension in plain knitting is different of our tension when we do a round knitting. Then most of cases, when we knit in round, our tension is tighter. Then when you go now in your purls, just be sure that they are not very loose, because if not, you will have very ugly stripes. Then do them quite tight, and then we count 1, 2. This is which we just done, and now we count our 6 stitches of the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here count again. It's just for beginning, because after this you don't need to do this. Count again your 11 stitches. Yes, I have 11 stitches. Now I need to purl 2 together. Then as my stitches are turned already right side, where I am here, I just will purl them by back loop like this. And if you do opposite way, you will just have normal purls, and you will purl them normally. Then the thing is, you purl them through the back loop, 2 together. If you have them, if you didn't make them normal like I did, let me show you. They are turned like this. Then you just turn them both and purl through the back loops, which basically, if you turn your work, let me show you, you will have your both 2 knit stitches turned inside of your work, and then both sides you need to have the same thing. These 2 need to go inside and these 2 need to go inside. If you do opposite, just opposite, these 2 outside and these 2 outside, just go for symmetry, right? Because beautiful work and perfect work, it's all about some little learning and eye on detail. Right, we've done 2 together, we need 1 and turn our work, and at this stage we're supposed to have a pair number of stitches on sides. I'm counting just till this point. 2, 4, 6, 8, and here we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, are we? Yes, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, and now you don't need to count anymore, I promise you. From this point you will repeat these 2 rows all the time. You slip first and knit all stitches by the back loop, because we're doing plain knitting now, and we're going by back loop, and we knit till this gap. When you see the gap, you see it well, when you see the gap, you will knit this stitch with a next after the gap together, 2 together and plus 1, and here the same thing. You will purl your stitches till 1 before gap. You came 1 stitch before gap. What you do, you turn this as well, because this will be different, that stitches we do opposite way, and then you purl them both through the back loop. I want to show you properly. You see, take both through the back loop. Oh god. Purl and purl next, and that's it. This way you will go, passing this, you will come till the end here. We will continue working in rounds, and we need to come to our original number of stitches, which is 28 on this side. This side is 28, and never change nothing on this side. Yes, here we go. When I come to the end, I'll show you what we do. This is my stage where I am now. Here I have 1 stitch after the gap, and here I have 1 stitch after the gap as well. Then what we're doing here, we knit both together and continue on this side. Let me do it fast here for you, and tie it very well here, this part, to don't have any holes later. This is another thing I always tell you when you do the magic loop. It's very important for you to tie it very well, stitches, when you on your turns. And when you do socks, try to knit them with a tighter tension. Look, this can happen with you. This is my accident. I just lost a stitch, and it's just go down. It's go down 2 rows. Very easy to sort in. Take this thread and pull through, and another thread, pull through. Then no stress. It can happen because tension is very high, and it's always happening with me. No stress. And this way you can correct some mistakes you do. You just undo one stitch, couple of rows down, and do it right way. And it's very easy on a stockinette stitch. Then you go here and you have your last stitch. As we're doing them all inside, you continue the same way, inside, and tie it very, very tight, this stitch against your cable, and continue. On this round we still have 30 stitches here, and then just on next round you make one more decrease. You make these two inside and these two together inside, and then you will have your 28 stitches on both sides, and you continue your sock just straight in around, no decreases, no increases. Put your favorite series on the TV and continue walking in rounds. I just mark here every 20 rounds. I've done 60 rounds in general. I have size 4 British and 37 size European. I was trying this on my foot because my feet are quite small and not very large. I like socks fitting very tight on foot, like very nice. That's why I don't do them large. Then 60 rounds, and then I just will pop very quickly to show you how we will do this part. All right, happy knitting. I'll see you later. Right, here I am. I've done whole part of a foot here, and just wanted to show you what I do. When you use these colorful yarns which create some certain pattern, because if you don't do the same both socks at the same time in two different pairs of needles, and do it like me, first sock first and second, sometimes tension can be different. Even me, sometimes with a huge experience I have, sometimes it's just tiny bit of difference in your tension can create that the pattern will not match. For some people it doesn't make any difference. I just, with my perfectionist brain, I just love when everything is the same. Then I check if my heels are the same color, if everything going. And when I'm just doing my second sock, you see I have these markers of 20 rounds. I have them first on this sock, and then when I come going, I just check where more or less my first marker is. And when I count my 20 rows here, I try to see if this marker is on the same place or somewhere. It's don't go crazy about it, but if you see that your marker is going a little bit lower or a little bit higher, maybe you need to adjust a little bit your tension. Then that's why here, you see, I came here and I had here 60 rounds, but when I check this sock, I saw that my first decrease, where I am, my first decrease I was doing in a round where my large purple stripe finished, and after the first round of this kind of gray and whites, I was doing my first decrease. Then here, when I should do my first decrease, I didn't have this another change of color. Then I just made one more round. Don't worry about it. One round doesn't make any difference, but your socks will match in colors perfectly. Now we will start closing our toes, and if you do sock by yourself, this distance is very easy. You just put your sock on your foot, knit this part till you cover completely your pinky. When you come to the point of your pinky, you start your decreases. Then how you do this? Just very fast. We will now decrease in 4 points. It will be in the beginning and in the end of each needle. Begin and end here, begin and end here. And every time we will do the same way. In the beginning of the needle, we do knit one, pull it to the cable, and here we do 2 together to the left, right? I explained it before. Then you knit all the way till you have 3 stitches left on your left needle. 3 stitches left, 2 together to the right, just knitting 2 stitches together, and 1 more. Here the same thing. 1 knit, 2 together to the left, 2 together to the right, and 1. Next round we will do without decreases, and in the beginning, let me show on this sock, just theory, and then you will be all right by yourself. Just in the beginning, we're doing 5 times. We decrease in every second round, like 1 round you make with decreases, other round without any decreases. Just knit all stitches in a round, and then again 1 round with decreases, 1 without, and these 2 rounds you will repeat 5 times. After 5 times you will have 18 stitches in each of your needle, and when you have 18 stitches you start decreasing in every round, and you decrease in every round till you have 10 stitches. In my case, you know, you if you do other size, you can do other way, and you can look if you how you look it, and you know, sometimes you need to see a toes of the person, because some people need this part longer, some people shorter. For children usually is not so long, and for men is sometimes you just go all the way decreasing in every second row, and don't go decreasing in every one. You just look, and you know, doesn't exist rules. As I always say, it's your project, your sock, you are the boss. Then basically this, and then when you have 10 stitches, you just make a I think it's called mattress. You sew these last stitches in a mattress sewing, and then that's it. This is what I was wanting to say you about making socks. It's not round by round tutorial, it's just my little sharing of experience, and I will probably create a very detailed course about socks, because it's so much information I could share with you that, you know, no one video is able to have all this information in. Then would be very long video, and I probably will do the course where I will cover every single detail about making socks, and every single person will be able to make socks with it. And this one was just for experienced users, just with some my tricks and tips. All right. If you found it interesting, if you want to follow more, just subscribe to the channel, thumb up, and yeah, let's be in touch, because I have a lot of things to teach you. Bye bye, have a happy knitting. I love you all. Have a nice day.